So we're off to Walnut Grove. Walnut Grove. Got about 30 packages. Probably going to take me till about 2 o'clock, 2:30 maybe. Pretty spread out though. Pretty spread out. Usually they're all clustered up into one neighborhood, but this one looks like it's going to go up and down Germantown. And I hope they're in order. I hate when they make you go 10 miles up the road and then you go back 10 miles. It's just retarded. Sometimes that happens. So yeah, it looked really light. There was only about 7 other cars there. Real light load they got going. I don't know how it's gonna work out. There's gonna be even another load to go. The guy chuckled at me when I said, "Man, I felt like I wasn't gonna get one." He said, "Hell, we got so much." That's how he made it sound. But when you look at the turnout for this block, didn't seem like it was all that much. We'll see. Do not know. So we're heading into Walnut Grove Road. It's about a 30-minute drive. Our first drop off. Yeah, I think let's discuss the things that to me are the reasons why people aren't vegan. Based on my activism. Okay, so one is I'm not the premier example of what it is to be a vegan. I was already pretty dang sick, and I'm still am sick. Like my hair, look at that, it's not good. And just so I still have health problems, even though I am a vegan. I still have problems with my health, and it's because I'm not eating the optimal vegan diet. I'm still eating cooked foods. I'm still eating conventional foods. It's not down to a science yet. I'm still trying to get to the raw vegan diet. That's where the garden comes in, the orchard. I've been working towards that for the past 5 years. Ever since I became a vegan, I heard about raw vegan. So I want to do raw vegan, but I want it to be sustainable. I want to be able to do it cheaply and at the best quality. And having it in your own backyard, constant supply, that's the only way that for me it would work. What better way to live than to be able to feed yourself? So that's the mentality that I have. So that's one reason why I think a lot of people that I know, that I've been a part of their lives all my life, aren't vegan. Another thing is the majority of the people that I know, I would suspect, have family members that are, that is their life to consume animals in one way or the other. Either through selling it or purchasing it. One way or the other, they are dependent upon animal products. So that's another reason. And then there's, for me, it'd be a third reason, is that just like for how it worked out with my case, is that 26 years, never even knew it was even an option. It might have been, vaguely mentioned, and I might have overheard something, but in the long run, I just didn't know. And when you're, I don't know, that's just how I look at it. I think that's the three main causes of people just not doing the vegan thing, is those reasons. I'm not the end all be all for the vegan. I'm not a poster child vegan. I'm a good example of what veganism can do for a person, but at the same time, I'm not doing the best vegan. There's healthy vegans and there's unhealthy vegans. There's healthy vegans and unhealthy vegans, and I'm one of those unhealthy, quote unquote, unhealthier vegans. So, yeah. So, and then let's recap. I'm not the poster child of veganism. People make a living off of animal products, so that's why they're not vegan. And that's not a good excuse. Both of them aren't a good excuse, because I am definitely not. I may not be a poster child of veganism, but I'm definitely a good example of what veganism can do for a person. So, same with someone making a living with animal products. That's not an excuse to not go vegan. Just because you make a living consuming animals doesn't mean you can't make a living consuming plants. So these are excuses. It doesn't mean that these are excuses. They're not valid reasons. You should hold that, keep you from doing it. And the third is just not knowing. So, yeah. Now that's cleared up. Let's see. Yeah. That's just how that goes. It's the saying that you can bring a horse to the water, but you can't make it drink. It's not thirsty, it's not going to drink. And especially if it's, that's another huge thing, is that I felt scared for my life. I mean, not necessarily someone coming to kill me so much so as that I'll actually, not be supported. No one's going to be there for me just because I'm not going to consume animal products anymore. It's just that important to others, is that you must consume animals and you must promote consuming animals. And if you don't, then we can't deal with you. We don't know how to treat you. So I think that's a big part for a lot of people. They feel like if because everything revolves around food. You go to a sports event, you go to a birthday, you hang out with friends, a celebration, always has something to do with food, and food always has something to do with animal products. So you're always constantly having to be around people that don't want to just consume plants. Well, they don't know that they don't know that they want to consume plants. So it's always an excuse. It's never really the meaning, because if you really look deep, if you really just get down to the bare bones of it all, it's all potential. It's all possible. You have butchers that go vegan and do they butcher plants. You've got cattle ranchers that that turn their cattle farms into sanctuaries. You have milk farmers that make almond milk now. So, like for me, it was 26 years of my life dealing with not being able to consume, not being able to just consume plants. Yeah, I tried. So that's what's so scary about the vegan movement, is that when you consume these plants and you're being told that they're plants, and you already have it in your mind that I will never in the rest of my days ever consume another animal, you find yourself consuming these things that are quote unquote vegan, and you could swear that it is not something that comes from a plant. It is absolutely an animal that you're eating. It just blows your mind. Chicken, burgers, you name it, sausage, it is the exact same thing. It is freaky. You almost feel like you're being tricked. You feel like you're being betrayed by the very people that you feel like they have your back. Oh yeah, we're in this together. We're gonna make the world vegan because we are vegan. And then you eat this stuff and you're like, you are putting animal products in our food. You're making us eat animals. The only place that we're guaranteed not to have to consume animals, and you bring animal stuff here. And it turns out, I don't know, it might be true. It might, and then, see, that's the whole point. That's the whole freaky thing about it all, is that you really don't know. I really don't know. Till this day, I'm eating this stuff thinking it's plants, but in the back of my mind saying, this is no way a plant. But it tastes exactly the same as I remember what animals taste like. It's weird. And if it is all plants, man, what are we doing? I mean, we gotta jump on this. There's no reason we should be consuming these things that don't want to be consumed. Plants grow specifically, not all plants, and no animal. There's no animal on the face of this earth that grow specifically like plants, not all plants, but like plants, to be consumed. They literally grow fruit so delicious that you consume it whole. They don't want you to chew, because if you chew, you kill the seed, and if you kill the seed, you're going to kill the plant. So they want it so damn amazing that you eat it whole. It's number one. Plants do that, not animals. You take a baby chick and just throw it up in the air and eat it, like a grape. Guess what? You're never going to do that ever again. It's not something you want to do. Your body's not built to consume that. And we can get weird too. I mean, at the end of the day, these animals that consume other animals, they do it the entire life that they exist. So I want to imagine that these animals, seeing that they have to spend their life the way they do, come to the conclusion that they don't want to do it, that they prefer not to have to do it. They, of course, it satiates them and makes them continue on, but then they get to that point where they lose the meaning of it, because at the end they see the cycles, they see what it means to be who they are, and they lose interest, and that's where they get sloppy, and that's when they die. they get stomped or all these things. And it's not that they weren't capable of killing. They just get tired of being someone that has to kill another. And that's my understanding, is that if they had a choice, yeah, sure, they might get to the point where they're, not healthy enough to continue on, and that's why they die. But I would suspect the majority of it is that they see how they have to kill another that doesn't want to be killed. They just prefer just to die all the same. Eye for an eye. So. And as humans, we have the ability, with our science and our knowledge that we've accumulated over the years, to make a difference, to be able to give them that option. Because, in nature, they just don't know anything else. They're just like animals. There are plants that are animal eaters. They consume animals. I mean, yeah, sure, they don't chase after them. They actually make themselves attractive to be able to eat an animal. But, push comes to shove, we could actually make it possible for them not to consume animals either. We definitely need to be able to bring ourselves away from Earth. We need to be able to expand and be a part of the galaxy. I mean, we already are. It's just we are land dwellers. We don't go anywhere other than Earth or Gaia. This is as far as we've gone. We need to go further. We've gone to the moon, but only a handful of us, not the whole civilization. Wouldn't that be nice to just everybody on the planet, all 7 billion of us, just crash the moon, and everybody just hang out at the moon for the night and come back on Monday? All 7 billion, not a single person left behind. Everybody leaves together. We all go together. The moon's got enough space for us all to be there. It's my understanding. So we all together, all at once, everybody go together. Wouldn't that be something? Why stop there? We can go from the moon to Mars, just go all the way. Just keep going. We gotta build some, just like in, what was that movie? Fifth Element. Let's build some hotels up in outer space. It'll float. It'll be a satellite. It'll be a giant building out there floating around the Earth with its thrusters that'll keep it, from falling back to the Earth. Big giant. I'm sure all this stuff already exists. We just don't know it. I mean, they're finding glass domes and cities on the surface of the moon, and pretty much every observable planet that has a surface, a surface is not clouded, can be seen for all of its different architecture, scattered architecture, grids, and tons of stuff that at the end of the day, for me, it always comes back. Look, I'm driving in a car. I have a phone. I have clothes. I have all this technology surrounding me. Why stop at when you see cities on the moon? Why is that so unbelievable? I mean, and why stop at the moon? Get navigation.